countries that are out of control themselves. Countries like Somalia that have virtually no government, no military, no police. All they do is go around killing each other. Then they come into our country and tell us how to run our country. We don't want them. You got to talk up.
She said how many countries? Is there a list?
Well, I guess we gave you 19, right? And it's probably more than that.
Is that what you mean when you mean third world countries, those 19?
No, I don't think they're all third world, but in many cases they are third world. They're not good countries. They're very crime-ridden countries. They're countries that don't do a good job. They're countries that don't register from the standpoint of success. And we, frankly, don't need their people coming into our country telling us what to do.
And you talk about
I'm talking about like Somalia, where you have a congressman goes around telling everybody about our Constitution, and yet she supposedly came into our country by marrying her brother. Well, if that's true, she shouldn't be a congressman, and we should throw her the hell out of our...
Trump has banned Kenyans from going to the USA. Amesema he's permanently pausing third world migration until he gets rid of the 1 million or something aliens in US. Do you know what that means? For the next 5 years of his term, there is no going to the USA. It's done. Unless you're going on a visit visa kuzurura, okay. But ati unaenda hapo tu ati kupata kazi kuishi, it's done. It's over. It's over, guys. Nikat nenda Germany. Good.
Ruto wants to be president for the next 20 years. Or is it 10 years? Now, this is what he said today in Kiambu.
Kiambu hoye! Hii Kenya itabadilika ama itabadilika? Na hiyo kazi yote ya kujenga manyumba, kujenga masoko ni kazi ya miaka miwili. Si ndio? Kazi ya miaka ngapi? Na miaka 10 na miaka 20. Si Kenya itabadilika? Si Kiambu itabadilika?
You tell me, do you think Ruto doesn't know that he just said 20 and 10 years in his tenure? And yet, he knows that he has less than 10 years to be president of Kenya if re-elected in 2027. And remember, this is not the first time we are hearing about 20 years. Just the other day, the founder and president of Devki, Narendra, said this.
Again, I will repeat, although Constitution doesn't allow, but I will say you should be there for 20 years.
So where do you think these numbers came from? Do you think that it is a coincidence that Narendra and Ruto both said 20 years to his tenure, and yet it's supposed to be 5-year term? I want you guys to think. The only problem with us is we listen, but we are not paying attention. This is what will happen. Most likely, the term limits will be extended by a parliamentary action, and that's why UDA has fought very hard to make sure that the broad-based government continues and they continue having the numbers in parliament. And this is what I'm telling you as Kenyans, that you need to pay attention. You need to not only listen, but pay attention to what these politicians are saying, because it is not a coincidence that Ruto is currently talking about 20 years. He's saying, if I did these projects in 2 years, the housing project and all the other projects that he has currently launched about the roads in different sections of Kenya. This is what I want to tell you, Kenyans. If Ruto is talking about 10 and 20 years, you need to know that this is not a coincidence, that this is actually something that he has planned. Every time he talks, he always talks about things in future, things that are far in future, far beyond his own term limits.
Kazi ya miaka ngapi? Na miaka 10 na miaka 20. Si Kenya itabadilika?
And it is not the first time he's said this. So you guys, pay attention and please.
By God's grace, if I get to 90, I should be able to see Kenya as a first world before I move on. And so do many other Kenyans. So this is how significant that is.
The United States just said they won't be friends with any African country that gets too close to China. Yes, you heard that right. They even called out Kenya directly. Why? Because Kenya cancelled a major deal with France. France tried to change the rules last minute and demanded more money. But President William Ruto said no. He scrapped the French deal and handed it over to China instead. Now the West is furious. They're asking, why are African countries turning to China, Russia, and even North Korea? I'll tell you why. Because Africa is tired of being robbed, bullied, and disrespected. We're finally saying no to Western domination. We're choosing real partners, ones who don't demand our resources for crumbs. And that scares them. Because for the first time in decades, Africa is uniting. They know they're losing control. And now they're trying to threaten us into silence. But it won't work. We see through it. We've woken up. So please, like, comment, and share this video to expose the West's fear. Let's keep debunking the propaganda. Let's protect Africa's future. Africa rises, the world can't stop it.
Boycott the Marriott group of hotels and tell them to get the hell out of the Mara. The audacity of the Marriott group of hotels, together with other international developers and the Kenyan government, to put a gag order on this man, Dr. Ololdapash, a respected indigenous Maasai elder, environmentalist and conservationist. They put a gag order on him because he took them to court, accusing them of breaking environmental law, indigenous laws, moral laws, by building a Ritz-Carlton right on the Mara River, disrupting migratory patterns of all of the animals, the wildebeests, the elephants are in distress, the gazelles, the giraffes. All of this Maasai heritage, African heritage, the Maasai are the people who have been the keepers and protectors of these lands, and now they are the enemy? Marriott group of hotels has to pay the price. Put a review under any and all of these hotels. Tell them to get the hell out of the Mara and leave these indigenous communities alone. This corporate greed, a change.org petition exists. Go and sign it. Go and read up on the story. Go and understand the ins and outs. There are many ways that we can do this, but international pressure has to be put, public pressure has to be put on these developers to get out of the Mara, to pay back what they have already taken away from these communities, and to repair the environmental damage that they've already caused. Indigenous people have taken care of and sustained these lands for millennia. That is how come we can enjoy witnessing one of the greatest wonders of the world in the Great Migration, a delicate balance of nature, coming to disrupt it by building a garish hotel in the middle of the Sun River. It is unbelievable.
Hii mambo ya kutegemea nchi zingine inaletanga shida sana. Sasa tuanze kujitegemea. Hii mambo ya kushinda kunategemea nchi zingine sijui nini, lazima afanye kitu ndio ikue. Sasa hii kila tuanze kwa kujitegemea sasa. Iko tu ni sisi na ni sisi. Unacheki hii hata story ya kutegemea nchi zingine inafanyanga nchi nyingine na kwa wavivu ya kufanya kitu. Sasa unajua mkijua mnajitegemea, mtajituma na mtajitahidi sana kuliko mnakaa mkijua mnategemea nchi fulani sijui nini wata provide nini na nini. Acha tukae hivyo basi. Acha tujitegemee sisi wenyewe, tujiamini na tujitume. Mambo itakuwa tu iko fiti ama ni aje?